So when you wrote Offensive Play, what was the reaction to that?
The feedback I got to my piece made me feel like I was one of the first, when in fact I'm the 10th man journalist in on this issue, I considered myself late to the party, to that kind of that issue. Alan Schwartz is the guy who has been driving this for years, but I was stunned by how many people hadn't even thought about this before they read my piece. In other words, people, there've been a ton of reporting on this, but people just seem to have blocked it out or something. It's an example of something that people weren't interested in hearing. And it's what's astonished me about the story is how long it's taken to kind of gather momentum.
I'm assuming with your credentials and your background that you choose pretty much everything you write about, right? You're making the choices, you're not assigned these things. What made you choose this topic?
Because I'm a fan. I'm a huge football fan. I spend Saturday and Sunday, in front of the TV every fall, and have done for the last 30 years of my life. And I was, first of all, I had to ask the question, would I ever let any child of mine play in football? And I realized, there's no way, not a chance, right? And then I started to ask my friends, would you let your kids play football? No way.
Why is it not sticking with our culture? Is it because we're so distracted by everything else? We just don't have time to invest in this? And because we're investing so much time in enjoying it, that it's a conflict of our own emotional interests?
Well, when you talk to Alan Schwartz, ask him why he didn't win the Pulitzer. For the life of me, I have no clue as to why he hasn't won a Pulitzer. This is exactly the kind of things for which we usually, when someone, he has owned and operated the story from the beginning. He has been pounding day in, day out in the most prestigious newspaper in the world about this for I don't know how many years now, and he hasn't won the Pulitzer. That to me is incredible, right? This is and that shows me that there is it's a symptom of some kind of broader social resistance to this message. People, they don't want to hear it. Because they've got a kid or a sibling or a cousin or something or a nephew playing the sport, and they still want to close their eyes and block their ears.
Are you ready for some real football?